Well, a Marine Corps battalion commander is relieved of his duty after calling out senior leaders for their failures in Afghanistan. Lieutenant Colonel Stuart Scheller posting this now viral video that cost him his command.
I'm not saying we've got to be in Afghanistan forever, but I am saying, did any of you throw your rank on the table and say, hey, it's a bad idea to evacuate Bagram Airfield, the strategic air base, before we evacuate everyone? I have been fighting for 17 years. I am willing to throw it all away to say to my senior leaders, I demand accountability.
Our next guest echoes that sentiment and says the blame falls on President Biden. Retired Army Sergeant Graham Allen served 2 tours in Iraq, and he joins us now. Welcome, Graham. So for those who aren't in the military or didn't grow up in the military like me, explain how unusual this is that somebody would put, an active member of our service would put a video like this forward, and then tell me what you think about what he did.
Well, anybody that's worn the uniform knows what happens when in uniform you speak out against the chain of command. This lieutenant colonel in the Marines knew exactly that. He knew exactly what was going to happen. He knew exactly what the repercussions were, and he spoke out anyway. And so I say, God bless him for that. We are in a situation in America right now where we need more people to speak up for the obvious corruption that is going on. I find it horrifically sad that of this nightmare that we find ourselves in Afghanistan right now, with Americans trapped behind enemy lines. We just lost 13 service members, that the only person that has been relieved from their duty or removed from their command is the one person with the guts to call out the fact that we do have incompetency in our intelligence community. We do have incompetency in our senior military leaders. Lord knows we have incompetency in the Biden-Harris administration, and people need to be held accountable. So I say, God bless this Marine for speaking out, because it's going to take Americans speaking out, because that's where we are right now. We need people to hold these people accountable. We have one mission right now, and that is to get our people, our allies, and the people we made promises to out by any means necessary. Once that is done, we have an obligation to America, to the 13 service members that have lost their lives, and hopefully no more do. We have an obligation to hold every single person who is responsible for the biggest military blunder that they will be studying for years at military war colleges, hold them accountable. And if Congress will not do their job, then there is many people, myself included, that will do their job for them in 2022 when we take their seats away.
Well, Graham, we can only hope they'll be studying this obvious catastrophe in Afghanistan. I'm afraid they might be reading White Fragility and so much of the other things that have been injected into our military's education. Here's what the Marine Corps said about Lieutenant Colonel Scheller's dismissal. They said, this is obviously an emotional time for a lot of Marines, and we encourage anyone struggling right now to seek counseling or talk to a fellow Marine. There is a forum in which Marine leaders can address their disagreements with the chain of command, but it's not social media. I have one last question for you, Graham. This Marine, as you said, put it all on the line. He's been relieved of his command. He did this. I agree with you. He's a patriot, and he did it for the right reasons. Do you think it will actually accomplish something? Do you think heads will roll, that somebody will have to pay for what happened this week with our 13 Marines and the hundreds of others who died in that 100 plus that died in that attack, that suicide attack?
I think that the elites expect nothing to happen. Something only happens when we Americans, when people just like this patriot, this lieutenant colonel, do exactly what we just did. This does not end. This corruption does not stop until everyday Americans are willing to become uncomfortable for what they actually believe and what they value. We have an obligation to hold our leaders accountable. They are not immune. That we put them there to be our voice, to be our representatives, to be the people that we trust in these things. They obviously failed. This is a complete and total failure. The Biden administration has blood on their hands. Good luck finding Kamala Harris if you can. Yes, we have an obligation to make sure that people are held accountable.
Graham Allen, let's hope that happens. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
You got it.